We've just been tidying up some willow. We cut this field, it's growing back it's greened up a lot. It's usually a grazing field, but we got a big crop off it. But this willow's got really overgrown and then fallen over. This part of it fell over, and then it's just all bushed out here. You can see where it's killed all the grass. So we've just been pecking at it with, well, I've been using Mum's little chainsaw. We've took one trailer load away. But yeah, the bush was right out to here where all this brash is now. There's loads of them, but they're all part of the boundary. They don't really want them cutting back too much, but this was right in the middle of the field. All these oaks really want trimming as well, but that's a job for another day. But yeah, we've gained quite a bit of ground. I'm really impressed with this little saw of my mum's. Don't tell her I've been using it, but little DeWalt. Basically done all of that. We've taken all this brash off just with that saw, and it's still on its first battery. So anyway, we'll load up the trailer and get as much as we can in the trailer, and then we still need to chop that big bough off, but probably use the petrol one for that. Well, we're going for it. Today is Wednesday. We forecast a lot of rain tomorrow, and we did have quite a bit of rain this morning, to be fair, but it's really brightened up. It's a little bit wet in the bottom, but the majority of it's pretty dry. But the plan is let it get rained on tomorrow. Hopefully we won't get as much as they say, but if we do, we do. We won't touch it tomorrow at all unless it stops raining fairly early. And then Friday we can get it tedded out. It gives nice weather till Tuesday, so just to try and gain that extra day of haymaking, we're cutting it before the rain. Whether that's the right thing or wrong thing to do, I don't know, but we'll find out. It just gives it that extra day for the grass to actually die, and I'm hoping whatever rain it gets on it tomorrow, that'll soon dry off once we start tedding it. But yeah, it's lovely now. Well, it's the 12th of June. It's been 2 days since we mowed this field, and we've had a couple of disasters since then. The first being, I've smashed my camera. I left it underneath the boom when we were filming. There was we were messing with the pin at the back of the JCB boom. Left my camera there, and then the next day I jumped in, forgot the camera was there, put the boom down and crushed the camera. So that was the first disaster. So I'm having to use my phone at the moment. And then secondly, we knew we were going to get some rain yesterday, but I was hoping for 10 mil or absolute maximum. We ended up getting closer to 13 mil yesterday, so it really poured it down. And then this morning I was hoping it was going to stay dry, but we ended up getting 0.5 mil of drizzle pretty much all morning. It's now about midday. The sun has finally come out, but this grass is absolutely wringing wet. And then unfortunately the forecast since we've mowed this field has changed. We were supposed to have 3.5, nearly 4 days of dry weather from today, and obviously we've had rain this morning, and then so today is Friday, and we were hoping to have it dry all day Tuesday. Tuesday was probably going to be our baling day, but it looks as though Tuesday is no longer going to be dry, so we might have to try and bale Monday, which only gives us 2 days, 2 dry days to make hay. It'll have been down 4 days, but we'll have only had 2 days of drying. And to be honest, the forecast doesn't look very sunny at all. It looks like it's going to be very cloudy all weekend. So the odds of this actually making it into, well, it's never going to be hay, but haylage that we can sell is looking very, very slim. So it could be a bit of a fail. So absolute worst case, it's probably going to end up being a load of not very good quality silage, belly filler. But I don't know, I'm trying to stay optimistic. We're just going to keep tedding it. We're going to ted it to death, I think, and accept that we're probably going to tread a bit of it in. Although, to be honest, most of this field's travelling really well. The tractor's not sinking into the ground at all, which I thought it would after all that rain. But luckily it is quite breezy. So we'll see. It'll depend on how much sun we get, I think, as to whether or not it's we can get it dry enough. The one thing we have got going for us for making hay is that it's all gone to seed, so the stalk shouldn't be too sappy. But we'll see. It's all a learning curve. We took a big risk mowing it, but I suppose it could have been worse. I could have mowed 2 fields instead of just this one, so we'll focus on it and do our best to try and get it in the next couple of days. I'm using the crone tedder because I wanted to flick it away from the edges on the first run. Might use the other tedder for the second pass, and then we'll see how we go. Well, Dan's tedding now. We're in the evening of the same day, and I cannot believe how much this is dried. It's nearly crispy on the top. It's still wet underneath, but we've had a really good drying day today. It's been really breezy and the sun's been out quite a bit. There's even dust coming off the tedder, so that's a good sign. So yeah, hopefully we can get it dry, but it's looking good so far. Dan's just managed to bend a couple of arms on the tedder because there's a couple of big bad ruts in that corner, and then there's a big pit here, and it seemed to catch on the lip of the bank when he was going up. Anyway, we pushed his top link out a bit and it still seems to be doing a job, so hopefully it'll be alright now. It's the next day now, it's Saturday, and it's actually looking really good. There is a couple of bits that are still a little bit wet, but there's dust flying. So I'll let Dan do the rest of the field. skip forward a few hours. We've just baled these two little fields, this one and the one next door, which I was looking at the other day. We've silaged them because they were a bit weedy and we didn't spray them quick enough. They're not great hay fields anyway, to be fair, but yeah, good silage. We got 28 bales off just under 5 acres. So yeah, one of the best crops we've had off these little fields. Reasonably dry stuff. We tedded it last night after I mowed it, and then we tedded it again this morning when we did the hay. So it wasn't too bad, but it was quite a heavy crop, so yeah, it's probably quite lush stuff, but it should be alright. So yeah, we'll cart these home. And it's the next day, and I've just rowed up 4 rows down the middle of this field because I'm just itching to get some bales, because I think it is hay, to be fair. It's Sunday today, so we cut this on Thursday, did we? And then it got rained on, but it's had 2 nice days. It's the nicest part of the day now. It's been really overcast all morning. But yeah, it's hay, I think. We were going to leave it all till tomorrow, but when I came and looked at it, I thought it was dry enough to go, so it seems silly leaving it all till tomorrow. So I'm just going to bale these 4 runs that I've rowed up. Dan's not here this afternoon till later on, so I rowed it off myself. I'm just going to bale this, and then we'll do all the rest tomorrow. The headlands might be a bit damp in the shade along that edge. But yeah, so far it's a hell of a crop. Having to go really, really slow. These rows are plenty big enough. They don't look big on the camera, but when I was rowing them up with a rake, I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to bale them. Done 60 bales out of this strip, so we'll bale all that and all this tomorrow. Let's see how many we get. I reckon it's about just over a third of the field, but we'll see. Well, we're back in here this morning, and you wouldn't believe it now looking at the sky, but we did have a little brief 10-minute shower of rain this morning, which did just wet the ground, but within half an hour of it coming, it had completely dried up. So I'm just coming and giving this one last flick, just to fluff it up a bit after the dew and everything and the rain we had this morning. But I would say it's pretty much hay now. It's probably about 11:30 now, so we'll probably give it all a turn and then come straight out after lunch and try and get it all baled up. But yeah, it looks really nice stuff. We've won the gamble, I think, hopefully, if we can get it baled today. Just need some... we're just only getting like 1 field done at a time, which I suppose in some ways has worked out okay, because if we'd have mown a lot, we'd have given ourselves a lot of work to do. With only having 2 or 3 trailers, it's not like you can clear fields very quickly with these big crops. So maybe it's a good thing that we're just having little stabs at it. But we've got another field, about 9 acres, to do that'll be a similar sort of crop to this, that's well ready to be cut. So first chance we get, we'll be mowing that. And there's also silage to be doing as well, second cut. is all coming ready. The bits that we haven't done, we have done a big chunk of it, so I would say so far the season's going pretty well, considering the very on and off weather we've had. Looking at other YouTubers' videos, it seems like Northern Ireland and Scotland have had a hell of a lot of rain in June, so we've been very, very lucky not to really get much. And anything we have is just either blown off or absorbed straight into the ground. It's not causing any issues with the ground. So, yeah. Well, it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, maybe later, and we're on 103 bales so far today. So we're on 160 bales total in this field with the ones we did last night, so it's a hell of a good crop. Still got quite a few runs to do. Dan seems to be catching me up with a wrapper. So yeah, we got quite a bit of work ahead of us tonight to get these all cleared. Well, just to get them baled, never mind cleared, because I'm having to bale at 1 mile an hour. But yeah, it's all going okay so far. £2.5 mil we had last night, which in hindsight would have been enough to have got some fertiliser on, but I didn't think we were going to get that much. But I didn't, and as it happens, I didn't have time to spread any anyway. But yeah, we could do with at some point we could do with another bit of rain like that to get some fertiliser on, because we've got quite a few fields now that have been cut that I haven't spread any, because A, I was waiting for some rain to get it on, and B, I needed a decent amount of fields to bother opening a whole bag, because I had a few little bits that we cut for silage that probably wouldn't have taken a whole bag of urea. So yeah, we've got that to do. It's the middle of the month now, it's the middle of June, so it's the end of the video really. Tash has kindly got me another camera so we can carry on filming. This is the stack of the hay that we've made so far. We got it all in, not yesterday, the day before, quite late on into the night we finished. But yeah, it's going pretty well. We got, so I don't know whether I said, but we got 220 bales off the 14 acre that we mowed. The stuff we mowed the day before it rained last Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. It's exactly a week actually since we mowed this. So yeah, well, as I said, we've got as much as what we've got. Well, we've got more than what we got last year, or what we decided to keep last year. already. We've got another 9 acres of a big crop to do. As soon as the weather comes, we'll be mowing. Well, first we'll be mowing some silage. We've got to finish off the second cut silage, really, because we only really need 2 dry days for that. There's lots of little showers in the forecast, but not very many heavy ones, as in it's not going to put us off travelling on the ground, but it's just going to put us off trying to make hay as usual. But yeah, and then yesterday, because we got everything done late on Monday night, yeah, we went off. We had a day off yesterday and went to the Cheshire show, so it's the first time I've ever been there, so that was quite nice. Really nice day for it, because it wasn't too hot. It was warm and close, but it wasn't really sunny and baking hot, so it was just right, actually. This is some second cut though. This is probably the last second cut. Well, the later on stuff, like this isn't desperate to be cut, but I've got a couple of other fields that were cut before this that are desperate to be cut now. This is still looking pretty lush. So yeah, right, well, thanks for watching this one. Well, I don't know what the footage will turn out like. We have got loads of snippets of drone footage, and I had to film some stuff on my phone, but yeah. There'll be a maintenance couple of days now. We've got the teller to fix, we've got baler to repair, a couple of little cracks that need welding, tines need replacing, that sort of thing. And Dan's had a little accident with the bale trailer, so we've got that to fix, and then we'll be going again. So yeah, overall I think we've been lucky with the weather. I think we're still managing to get stuff done, which is great. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Forklift update. It's all fixed. Mark and Dan found that there was a tiny little gauze filter in the top of the fuel pump, which once he got it out was completely clogged solid, which will stop restricting the fuel. So I think it's had another filter change by the looks of things. He's cleaned that gauze out, all the tank's been cleaned out, brand new fuel pipes, and I think it's all working now. So this is going probably today back to my brother's business, and then I think there's a telly truck that he's bought that's coming, which he's bought it, but there's a load of problems with it. So that's coming here to be looked at, and this is going back to work. So that's the update on that.